Vegetarian CrossFitter project, Vegetarian CrossFitter project days 11 through 15, update and recap. So as we've been doing throughout this challenge, we're going to look at how this has affected me in terms of different categories: how I look, how I feel, how I perform, any challenges that I've encountered along this way. So in the last 4 days or so, I've actually not had as many difficulties in terms of like execution of a vegetarian diet, staying on plan, and gave a little bit of thought. And I think that part of the reason I've been able to transition into a vegetarian diet reasonably easily is that I was used to eating on plan already. I'd been eating on a nutrition plan consistently for many years, and so I kind of knew what it was like to follow a game plan nutritionally, and I already had that mind space that I was going to eat to nourish my body, not to satisfy temporary appetites. And keeping that mind space has made it reasonably easy to transition into doing vegetarian stuff on a regular basis. And since I already had the experience and the practice with filtering restaurant experiences, visiting friends and family, going out with friends to restaurants, I already had experience with trying to navigate those waters. Like, how do you eat on plan at a restaurant? How do you eat on plan if you go to visit relatives that aren't eating the same kind of nutrition plan that you are? So all of those things have been reasonably easy to navigate because I kind of had the background already in troubleshooting those things. In terms of how I perform, this is an entirely different category. I now have enough workouts and enough experience, I have enough sample size in the first couple of weeks that I can say definitively that doing the vegetarian thing is not helping me as a CrossFitter. Not yet. To put it nicely, it hasn't helped me at all yet. To put it more like, I don't know, positively, I'm still waiting for positive change, if any, to kick in. So if I could clarify a bit about that, I've noticed that both now I've seen a fairly significant decrease in my strength, maybe about 10% in my absolute raw strength, and my ability to move heavy weight for reps. And I've also seen that in conditioning workouts, my gas tank does not seem to be as deep as it was before. As I mentioned in previous videos, I'm well aware that it might take a while for my body to get better at metabolizing different energy sources. So my plan right now is to assess in this third week now, do things improve there? Is there an uptick? Is there do I feel my ability to metcon get better? Do I start to see my strength start to trend upward again? But so far, it's been very clear to me that this has not been in a performance helping diet. Now, in terms of how I feel, in the first couple of weeks, I definitely noted that I had more muscular and joint-like aches and pains than I was used to. And I had a couple of running hypotheses about why that might be, and I explained those in the previous videos. So what I did as I went into week 2 was I took all the grains, I took all the breads back out, and I do feel better now than I did when I had the breads in my plan. My energy is more consistent. I do feel better in general. Not as good, though, as I did before. I definitely note that I don't think I recover from workouts as quickly as I did before. And generally speaking, my body feels a little more run down than I'm used to. Granted, I'm used to feeling pretty freaking great on average, feeling amazing energy levels, my body feeling good all over. There's always that one little nagging gremlin thing that goes from your knee one week to your shoulder the next week, but overall, I feel a little less awesome than I did before. In terms of my look, I think that my muscles might look a little less full and a little less hard than they did before, but it might be just a subjective thing. I mean, who knows? It's not definitive. So overall, if I kind of look back across the last 15 days, I'd say that I don't get the impression that I'm overall in a better place because of this diet than I was before. If there is one positive thing, I do think there's some evidence that I'm able to get by from day to day on a little less sleep, because I notice on nights that I don't get my full night's rest, I seem to function a little more optimally the next day, just the same. So that's one positive that might be there. I'm not sure about it, but overall I'd have to say my impression through 15 days is that this has not been an improvement to my life. So my plan is finish out week 3, assess, and if I'm not seeing improvement, I might pull the plug on it at that time.